And we're recording. Okay, it's Monday,
Yes, it
and a
is.
lot has happened. And so, you know what time it is? It's time for Weeknights. That's us, 5 nights a week. Oh, sorry, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's us, 5 nights a week, coming up here and talking about, all the things, as my good co-host here would say.
Yep.
And
We,
speaking of good co-hosts,
okay.
I'm here with my lovely co-host.
Oh,
You thought it was somebody else coming
you
on?
mean me?
You thought it was somebody else coming?
I didn't know. I didn't know.
It's just
You
me and you, player.
you have multiple lovely co-hosts. I
Oh.
got a little confused for a second. I said, "Oh, me? Oh, thank you, thank you." I'm Dash, aka Dashing D, aka I'm not gonna be the king of R&B again until he's done with the Super Bowl, and then I'll take my
Oh,
title
then
back.
you come back for it. Then you come back for it.
Yeah, I'll take my title back on 2/12.
Then take it back from Ursher.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, okay, really quick. I know we got to get into Grammys. Oh wait, introduce yourself first. Sorry, I'm just ready to
No,
go.
no, go ahead. Go, come on, bring it.
I was gonna say I know we got to get into Grammy stuff, but did you see that Usher is the new face of Skims? Now that should have been his Vogue cover. Okay, you didn't see it.
Oh,
And
I
GQ
did
posted
not.
it this morning, and then it circled the interwebs, but way better than his Vogue cover. Just wanted to point that out and see if you had seen it.
I didn't see either one, and I'm glad I didn't.
Oh,
And I
you saw the Vogue cover. It was the one with the little kids and the white lady.
don't remember. Sorry,
Okay, I'm pretty sure you sent it to me. That's why I'm like, wait,
I just send you all things Usher. I'm just like Usher, send.
got it. Okay, well,
Yeah.
yeah, all right.
Yeah. And I am your now moisturized co-host,
Yeah, I'm like,
JD, aka He Who Pods. And man, am I gonna pod today.
oh, okay. Well,
Man.
let's get into it then.
Well, the Grammys happened
The Grammy.
yesterday,
Yep.
Sunday, February 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened in LA at the Crypto Center. Okay. And let's talk about the winners real quick. Let's run through.
All right.
All right. So we got let me try not to just look down. I can look off to the side. Who we got? Who we got? Best pop solo performance. Wait, do we even care about that?
I mean, our peeps end up in the pop category, so it's fine. You can read it.
I mean, none of our peeps were in it except Doja Cat, and I don't even know if that's our peeps.
We're always trying to figure that out. I think so. I think she crossed. We talked about this before. I feel like Doja Cat crosses genres, so it's okay.
All right.
You can read the category or
Well,
just the winner.
Miley Cyrus won for Flowers, best pop solo performance,
And we know how much you love flowers.
best R&B song, SZA with Snooze, best pop vocal album, Taylor Swift with Midnights, song of the year, your song, the Barbie song by Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For?
How did this become my song?
You spoke about it on the pod,
Right.
so now it's your song. That's
Now it's
it.
mine.
Now you got to keep it. It's yours.
Oh, thank you.
Um,
Wait till I put something on you.
I hope it's not something bad because I mean I gave you something good. I gave you song of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Best new artist Victoria Monet. Oh, she beat Ice Spice. You asked me was Ice Spice in the category? Yes.
No, I knew Ice Spice was in the category. I was asking you if Ice Spice is a new artist.
Oh yeah.
and I was asking, was she not around in the previous cycle?
She was not, or she just came into town. You know how they do sometimes.
She just came into town.
Just came into town. You know what I'm saying? Fresh off those Bronx streets.
fresh off the 4 train
Fresh off the 14. You know what I'm saying? Record of the year went
from
to
Grand
Flowers by
Concourse.
Miley Cyrus.
Mm-hmm. Your
Album
girl
of the
again.
year.
That one is yours.
Flowers is not a bad record. I'm cool with that. Album of the year is Midnights by Taylor Swift. All right, let's see. Tyler, good old Tyler.
Make
She
me
won the
sweat.
first ever Grammy for Best African Music Performance. This is a new category, and
This is
Tyler
a
was the
category.
first to win it for her song Water.
Mm-hmm. Make
Right,
everybody sweat.
that's right. SZA also got another Grammy, Best Pop Duo slash Group Performance for Ghost in the Machine with Phoebe Bridgers.
Okay. Go.
And someone who we'll talk a lot about soon, Killer Mike won all 3 awards. He was nominated for Best Rap Song, Best Rap Performance, and Best Rap Album. Yes, yes, we'll get back to that very soon.
Oh, we will get back to it.
And this actually doesn't mention it, but Jay-Z was given the Dr. Dre Icon Award, the Black
The
Grammy.
Black Grammy.
Pun intended.
All the buns.
All of the puns.
Yes. Yes. He got
So,
the Grammy this year.
yeah. So something we should note because we'll have to come back to it. According to CBS News,
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift winning that Grammy of Best Album
Mm-hmm.
gives her 4 wins in that category, and that's the most of any artist.
Yep.
And so, of course, the Great White Hope has received it.
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't expecting you to call.
I'm very shady today, so I just want y'all
Oh,
to know.
okay. Well,
Be ready. I
listen.
got beef. You know what
As,
I mean?
as long as you don't shoot at me.
I hope not. I don't want to, but
I
we'll
mean,
see what happens.
as long as you
You
don't
never
shoot
know
at
who
me.
might get astray. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, right. Yep.
Sometimes strays, should just be flying sometimes and be like, oh, my arm. Ow. You
Right.
got me.
Yep. They got you.
So
Well,
hopefully you don't get hit.
let's hope
I
not.
guess I could take these off now.
Yeah.
All right.
So, where do you want to start? Because the Grammys, I mean, it was a whole night of shenanigans and music and awards
And
and
arrests.
I said shenanigans. I figured that fell under shenanigans,
It does. It does.
Jay-Z had a lot to say. We could talk about that. There
Well,
is that.
let's start with the winners. What surprised you? Oh, and we skipped J. Cole. J. Cole won his second Grammy for a duet. Best melodic rap performance
Yes.
was Lil Durk and J. Cole.
Yeah. What surprised me about the Grammys? I was surprised that the Carters were there. As far as wins go, I didn't realize that Jay-Z was, I think that was kept under wraps. I did not realize that Jay-Z was winning an award.
I don't think any of us knew. They got us.
Oh, but now it kind of makes sense because we knew from last year that that award was new and would be happening moving forward. So kind of makes sense in hindsight. There was speculation that the Carters would be there. Um,
Yes,
and
there was.
they were. Jay-Z went up and he accepted his award. And I believe him and Blue Ivy also presented an award last night. And yeah, and Beyonce was in the crowd to cheer them on. So I think that was for me the biggest surprise. I know that there was rumors about it, but they don't usually go. And I feel like Jay-Z kind of said that in his speech. Like he kind of made it known that the Grammys isn't their favorite. But I'm here because y'all wanted to do something nice for me.
Pretty much.
So I came, my kid loves this. She's been going to these things for years. So she said, "Oh, hey, mom and dad, I'd like to go." It felt very much
Right.
like that. Like we're just here because we didn't have anything else to do, unless we're super excited to be at the Grammys and to be getting an award from the Grammys. So that was probably the biggest surprise for me. Um, in terms of his speech, he talked about the fact that his wife has won 32 Grammys. I believe that's the most Grammys ever, but she has still not won Album of the Year. So he kind of made it like jokey, but he was also very serious when it came to his wife. Jokey meaning the speech. But yeah, so I thought all of that was interesting and glad he said it.
Mm. Yeah, Jay-Z basically said F you to the Grammys. He pointed out a lot of their faults, including, of course, the fact that his wife has been snubbed many times. He said, quote, even by your own metrics, it doesn't make much sense. Um, and I thought that was great. I thought that Jay-Z going up there and really not saying thank you at all for this award, really just busting shots at the Grammys the whole time was great. The same way it was great when Drake went up there and won his award and was like, yo, we don't need the Grammys. I thought that was great. I don't really give Drake too many props because he does a lot of BS, but that was great when he did that, and so was this. I think it was great that he spoke up for Black artists as a whole. I think it was great that he he bust shots, and even them panning to Beyonce. All the memes on the internet lately are of Beyonce. They're making fun of Beyonce. They're putting like big cowboy hats on characters that are like stuck in deer in headlights type vibe because Beyonce was looking like, I didn't know he was going to say that. What am I supposed to do now? And yeah, we know they don't go. We know they boycott, and we know for good reason. So it was surprising to see Jay-Z there. Um, but I mean, that's never a bad surprise. So that
No,
was cool. Um, I still hate that that award is black when none of the others are. I think it's bullshit, and I'll keep saying that. Uh, and I'm all for him, going back to the old joke he made about Blue Ivy's sippy cup. And, now he said she's grown, which I thought was interesting because she's like 12. But he says she's grown. She doesn't use sippy cups anymore. So she'll use it for something else. And he was saying F y'all in many different ways. He still is saying this is a plaything for my kid. I don't really care about any of this. I would prefer if y'all got it right instead of doing stuff like this. And Jay is gonna say his little inspirational quotes as he leaves the stage, and so that was not surprising for me when he said, "Forget the Grammys, just keep going in life and keep doing your thing and don't quit." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's on brand."
he did.
Um,
I did see a video of him pouring champagne into the Grammy award.
sure, yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
so
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they don't care.
No, I know.
Um,
I just figured I'd call that out since you talked about the sippy cup thing.
oh no, 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 I'm not saying I don't care. I'm saying Jay and Beyonce don't care. Like
Yeah,
they don't. They're like Grammys, whatever, man. Like
right.
they are part of the artists who are fighting the system of the Grammys and how things go at the Grammys. Um, and I think that's really interesting because some people who Jay-Z's cool with are on the Grammy board, if we're being honest.
Mhm.
Um, but I thought it was good. I thought it was good that he came up there and, like I said, didn't even say thank you. It was just like, all right, listen, I'm here because y'all say y'all was giving me this, but
Mhm.
I gotta get some things off my chest.
Right.
Uh, and the only thing I didn't really like was I tell the truth when I'm nervous. Boo.
That was his political connect bag that he was in right there. Now see, sometimes you still gotta sprinkle a little bit of that in just for balance.
I guess.
He still has the Super Bowl coming up in a few days, which you know.
Sure.
But
Yes.
that's to me, that's what that felt like. That felt like, all right, I'm about to say some shit, but let me just, for the ones that it will give pause to, the ones that, you know, sign some of these checks, let me, maybe I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
but that's the problem. The problem is, and this is the problem a lot of people have with Hove, and I have challenges with. It's like one foot in, one foot out, and it's like, all right, we're gonna diss the Grammys and everybody, or not really. Like, we're
Right.
gonna give fake apologies and say, oh, I tell the truth when I'm nervous. Oh, forgive me. Like my daughter is sitting there nervous. She was standing. And my wife is sitting over there nervous. It was like, don't do that. If you want to do it, do it. Like,
Stand in
just
it.
stand
Yeah.
on it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
stand on it.
and for the most part, I think he did, but yes, I do believe that that line was more to, you know, assuage the people who,
Yeah,
you know, he does business with.
sure.
And I mean, I don't know. I guess some would say that's good business acumen, making sure that you keep the partners in a good mood. Um,
Fuck them. This is the Grammys. This ain't the Super Bowl.
I hear you. I just feel like people move a lot differently when millions of dollars are on the table.
Sure.
And you know, it may make him problematic. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying I think that's what people do when there's a lot of money involved. They I think that Jay-Z knows how to finesse either side. And I think that's what Jay-Z does. And so that is precisely what he got on the stage and did. He made sure to let the people who needed to know, oh, you know, I just had a few too many or whatever. Or, oh, you know, I say this when I'm nervous. That's what I meant to say. Let's say this when I'm nervous. But then he gets his shit off. So I don't know. That's what it feels like to me. Like, it's just a rich dude trying to stay rich. But
Yeah, but that's
also
why
be
to me.
also be about something at the same time. Yeah, I mean, that's like you said, that's why a lot of people, you know, are conflicted with him because he plays both sides. But I don't know how he doesn't. I don't know I don't know because I'm not Jay Z and I'm not in his world and I don't know what challenges he faces from day to day and I don't know what challenges he faces in business. What I do know is that black people can be at the top of their game and still face certain challenges in professionally just because they are the black ones in the room. So I think that you always end up walking a fine line and
Sure, but that's what I'm saying. He's at the Grammys. He could say whatever at the Grammys. Who cares? He's not at the Super Bowl. At the Super Bowl, in an NFL press conference, at a whatever the alcohol companies are that he has ties with, at things that involve them, sure, you might have to tiptoe. But this the Grammys. None of those people are involved.
but how do you know that?
Okay.
I guess my question is like the Grammy board consists of people like you said, people he's familiar with.
Yep.
Also it's still the music industry, so it's connected to a lot of different things. And a lot of different brands, I'm sure. Just even being able to watch the show, there's probably a lot of brands that are in the show that are affiliated with the show that runs on CBS. So I don't know. I'm just trying to understand. Um, but I totally understand why it makes him problematic. And again, like I said, I don't think he's in the right for it. I don't know how he's supposed to move. You know.
I feel like if you're gonna say something and stand in it. Don't dance in the middle of it. If that's what you feel, cool, get your shit off. We want to hear what you feel. we often don't get to hear what you feel. So
Right.
now here you are saying what you feel and doing some Most Def Forgive My Brooklyn shit in the midst of it. That's whack.
What did
It's
he?
whack when Most Def does it. It's whack when Hove does it. If you gonna say some strong shit,
Mhm.
then just say the strong shit, whatever it is. If you feel like, yo, fuck the Grammys, then just say that. It's cool. We gonna receive it, and we're gonna have something to say regardless. The same way we have something to say right now. So just say what you gotta say. Like, you a billionaire. It's not like you up and coming artist. Like, he's not Ice Spice, who gotta be very careful because she's in a 360 deal and has, this contract with Dunkin' Donuts, whether she likes it or not, and she's gotta be very careful how he's Hove. Like, you can say whatever, fam. You don't need to be oh sorry, I can tell the truth when I get nervous. Stop. We you don't even look nervous. What are you nervous about? Stop. It's a cop out. And it makes everything you're saying that is fly and is strong and we do want to support and make it look like, well, then why are you saying this? Do you even really believe this? Is this only because your wife is with you? It makes it all come into question. Just
Mhm.
say what you're going to say and stand on it. That's it.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I think you're
Yeah.
right, and it's unfortunate, but
That's part of the challenges of being a Jay-Z fan today.
yes, I would. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would absolutely agree with that. But I mean, yeah, 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 definitely makes it challenging.
Yeah, of course. So what was I surprised about for the Grammys? I'll be honest, I was surprised Killer Mike won Album of the Year. I thought that was really interesting. He was up against some juggernauts uh, of the industry, and yes,
I don't want to sound dumb, but I don't really know what juggernaut means.
behemoths, monsters.
Okay,
Yeah, he was up against them niggas.
that word wasn't on the SATs for me, so and
I
I
never took
always
the
hear it, but
SATs.
I never really know what
I
it
never
means.
took the SATs, but Juggernaut was in the X-Men,
Oh, I took
and
it
that's
like
how I
3 times.
learned about Juggernauts. Let's go to who Mike beat.
Hmm.
See if I could find it real quick because
I
it
was
was not in
almost
this.
I was almost ashamed to ask, but I feel like maybe someone else will watch this and
I saw
think,
you
"Wow,
get
I
all
don't
close
know."
up to the camera, so I'm like,
Yeah.
best rap album nominees.
And our audience may not know this, but I have a lot of words in my arsenal. That just
You
wasn't
sure
one.
do. You sure do. You be saying stuff. I'm like, wait, what? What you say? Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he beat Metro Boomin, Heroes and Villains album. He beat Nas, King Disease 3. He
Mhm.
beat Travis Scott, Utopia. Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss. That's what he beat for the album side. Those some big dogs.
Those are some heavy hitters.
Those are some people way up top. And then for
Mhm.
best rap song, I didn't even know these were the people he was up against, but that's kind of surprising too. For best rap song, he beat out Doja Cat, Attention, Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice, Barbie World, Drake and 21 Savage, Rich Flex. He beat and look, even in best rap performance, he beat Baby Keem and Kendrick.
Okay.
He beat Black Thought. He beat Coil Ray and 21 Savage.
Okay.
He beat the top dogs.
You did.
He beat people who had some serious shit out.
Yeah.
So that was very surprising for me that Killer Mike won not only won 3 Grammys, but the people that he won, the other nominees he I guess defeated or beat out. I don't know how they worded in the Grammys, but
Hmm.
the fact that he was able to surpass those people and get the Grammy, that's a big deal for Killer Mike. That's a big deal for quote unquote underground hip hop. That's a big deal for a lot of things. I mean, we talking about somebody who's been around for eons. We
Hmm.
talking about somebody who came from the same crew that Andre 3000 came from and Big Boy,
Hmm.
all of that Goody Mob, all of that came from the same crew. And
Yeah.
there's not many of them left today that are flourishing. And here's Killer Mike, who's been out since the beginning,
Right.
who was like the little guy in the crew at one point. Little guy meaning like as far as cachet.
Hmm.
Uh, and now he is winning 3 Grammys in one night. It's awesome.
That's
But that
awesome.
was surprising. I got to be honest. When I saw the
Yeah.
original picture of him winning Best Rap Album, it was him holding 3 Grammys. And I was like, wait, three? What did he win? It's like, whoa, that's a surprise.
And he was also he also pointed out, he was like, this all came out in the year of the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So he said he loves that, on top of the win, it's even more
That's
of the win.
winning.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
thought
that
that
was
was
surprising
cool. I
too.
didn't even
I
think about that,
also,
but yeah.
me either. I also was surprised that SZA did not win Best R&B Album. I thought SZA had that.
Who won it again?
Oh shit, Specs, where are you?
Oh, maybe I have it here. I don't know.
Specs. No,
Let
I
me
got it.
see.
I'm being silly.
She won Best R&B Song.
Right, but not album, and that's what I'm saying. I was shocked by that.
Well, who was in the category before I before I co-signed?
Let me pull it up again. So Victoria Monet won Best R&B category, Best R&B album, which
Okay,
is
all right.
which is super fly. I ain't mad at that, but
It was
I was shocked SZA didn't win.
yeah.
So she won. She beat out Babyface, Girls Night Out, Summer Walker,
Mhm.
Clear 2, Soft Life EP, Emily King, who I do not know, Special Occasion, and Coco Jones. Oh, this ain't the same category. I'm thinking about another category. This ain't the one with
Oh,
SZA
she won Best New Artist
and Best R&B Album. But I'm thinking
and Best
about there was one that SZA was nominated for. Because remember we spoke about how Diddy was nominated for that category as well.
Oh, is it like R&B, like contemporary something?
Yes, yes, it is. All right, I'm about to pull it up right
Yeah.
now. Okay, got it. So SZA won. Geez, that took forever to find. SZA won R&B Song of the Year, Snooze, and she won Urban Contemporary Album. That's the one we were talking about a while ago. So she did win it. Okay. I was confused. I didn't think she did. Best Progressive R&B Album. She beat Janelle Monáe, Diddy, Black, and Terrace Martin and James Fauntleroy. Damn, that took a long time to find.
Yeah.
Yep. So there you go. That's what she won. Best Progressive R&B Album.
I'm glad she has some wins.
Yeah, I didn't know. So I was wrong. So I guess I'm not surprised. I guess I just misunderstood the categories with the R&B. So SZA did win. SZA won three Grammys, and that is what's up.
Yeah, good for her. And
Yeah,
congratulations to Victoria Monet for her 2 wins. Those were big
exactly.
wins.
Absolutely. And she well deserves it.
Yeah.
It is well deserved.
Yeah. And I did see her speech. I feel like that was the only thing I actually saw.
Oh yeah, how was it?
I saw her speech. It was a good speech. She was just talking about how she moved to LA, I think 15 years ago, and she's, been. Um, she used this analogy about like planting in soil, and saying that the music industry she's been able to kind of grow out of the music industry and all of that. So it was a good speech. I thought it was cool. Then
Yeah, I mean, she definitely been doing her thing. We spoke about her and the Jaguar 2 album a while back.
yeah, yeah. No, it's a great album, and yeah, really exciting win for her. And I hope to see more from her. And
Yeah,
what's up?
I just had a thought. She won Best New Artist. She's not a new artist. She didn't put out her first project this year. Jaguar 2 is Jaguar 2 for a reason.
Right, was Jaguar One an official album?
I want to say yes, but you know what? I
But it
can throw
was
the
Best
specs
New
on one
Artist,
more
right? Am I
time.
making that up?
I'm sorry, what?
Am I making that up? Best New Artist? Maybe I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
No, she won Best New Artist.
Okay, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes the timing, the time frame of it too. But Jaguar, the first Jaguar came out a long time ago, didn't it?
Yep, we about to find out. Yeah, Jaguar came out in 2020.
Right. So I don't know.
Oh, or maybe they're doing the okey doke because it was 25 minutes and 31 seconds. Perhaps it doesn't count as an album, quote
Probably
unquote.
not. Yeah, probably
Because
not.
remember, Kanye made sure to explain to us that albums have to be 30 minutes or more.
Yeah,
So maybe that's how she flew under the radar.
probably.
And politics
Also,
as usual.
speaking of politics as usual,
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Alicia Keys won an award for the Diary of Alicia Keys, and I can't figure out why. Does anyone know? Someone please put it in the
Yo,
comments. We don't understand. We don't know
the,
why.
what is an interactive album?
And why did it come out a decade ago or
We
more?
gotta.
More than a decade.
We should look this up and come back later in the week.
Yeah, later in the week we won't look it up now, but let's table this discussion because that I was like, what, the Diary of Alicia Keys?
Yeah, that's weird.
I won't tell your secrets. I don't know why I sound like Southern, but the point is, the point is, I don't understand. Somebody explain to me why Alicia Keys won an award for the Diary of Alicia Keys in 2024.
Yeah, clearly she did some kind of re-release thing because it's an interactive album. I don't even know what the hell that is. So,
This album was released in I think 2011.
but that's what I'm saying. She clearly re-released it, did some things that we don't know about. We ain't up on it. We ain't hip.
Clearly not. Clearly not. But please, someone tell us. Please explain it to us.
And while we're speaking about random wins, before we go to the next topic, we should explain or at least shout out Dave
Mhm.
Chappelle for winning another comedy Grammy.
He did win another comedy
That
Grammy.
is his fifth.
Congratulations to Dave Chappelle. Yes, indeed, he did win. He
The
did.
king of comedy.
Yes, 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 yes. What else was notable? Brandy performed with Burna Boy.
Oh, okay, I missed that. I gotta go find that.
Yeah, she performed with Burna Boy. That was also a surprise to me, but I get
That
it.
Tyler beat him, or that he performed with Brandy.
That Brandy performed.
Got it. Yes, that is an interesting surprise.
Yeah. Um, where you want to go now?
It's only one place left to go, killer.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, sure.
What you got? You got something else?
Well, I know we talked about Jay-Z and we talked about him talking about Beyonce never winning album of the year.
Yes, we did.
And I guess the question here is, I'm not trying to do question time. I'm really just, trying to open up the dialogue because today there is a lot of conversation about the fact that Taylor Swift won her fourth Grammy for Album of the Year, and she is now the most awarded Album of the Year winner at the Grammys.
Yes.
And it begs the question, like Jay-Z said, based on their metrics, why is it that Beyonce has never won this category? I know we asked this question last year when she was nominated for Renaissance, but I think it's worth it to point out that Taylor Swift keeps winning this category
Yep.
and Beyonce hasn't won it once, and it just kind of doesn't make sense. I don't know.
I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing the Beyonce and Taylor Swift comparisons. I agree that this time it is probably warranted. Um, but the Grammys don't fuck with Beyonce. They don't want her to win Best Album of the Year, and that's clear. And probably now she will because of all the spotlight that it's received in the last 2 years. Beyond that, I don't know what more to say. Taylor Swift is the great white hope. I mean, that's who they're gonna give their awards to.
Okay.
So I don't got much more than that.
All right. Well, let's talk about Killer Mike.
Killer Mike's speech when he won the third Grammy was, "You can't tell me that you're too old. You can't tell me that we can't dream. This is a sweep, Atlanta. This is a sweep."
Yeah.
I just wanted to play that and say, it is a shame that we constantly see the tearing down of positive black men in the public eye. This is not the first time something like this has happened. It is a shame that arguably at the height of this man's career, they arrest him and take him out in cuffs for a misdemeanor battery charge. A misdemeanor battery charge. One more time, a misdemeanor battery charge. Misdemeanor charges are quite normally a phone call to your lawyer that says, hey, we need you to come on in.
Mm-hmm.
Even saying that, because the police put out a statement saying that they didn't want to confirm it at first, but the first statement said a man was arrested for a physical altercation at the
Mm-hmm.
700 such and such block.
Right.
Misdemeanor battery is not a physical altercation the way it sounds. Misdemeanor battery is nothing. Killer Mike was released the same night and got back to the Grammy party. But what they made sure to do
Mm-hmm.
was put a stain on arguably the greatest night of his career.
Yeah.
3 Grammys. How many people are winning 3 Grammys in one night, period? Fuck genres. Any genre. How many people are winning 3 Grammys the same night? Not many. That's the answer.
Right.
And so we wait till this man wins 3 Grammys and sweep up the big scary black man and take him off the streets for a few minutes because we got to make sure that our presence is felt in LA. Fuck the LAPD for that bullshit. I am sick of seeing police departments flex for no fucking reason. There was no reason to do this. Killer Mike has a legal team. Killer Mike has a spouse. Killer Mike has an entourage. You could have called any one of those people and been like, hey, we know what happened a little while ago, even if it was at the Grammys. We saw Will Smith smack the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth and sit down and enjoy the rest of the awards and win the awards. Why the fuck we gotta see Killer Mike getting escorted out in cuffs? It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. Fuck the LAPD. And I am sick of seeing stuff like this. Killer Mike has spoken positively. He has tried to make change within our neighborhoods. He's
Mm-hmm.
trying to do a lot of things for the black community. And that's why they did this bullshit. If I'm wrong, cool. Put it in the comments. But I don't see how somebody I know who's not a celebrity has gotten a phone call and said, hey, there's a misdemeanor charge against you. Please come to the precinct in the next 24 hours. But Killer Mike, who's a celebrity, who's a staple in the Atlanta black community, in the Atlanta community, period, and who's there with tons of his peers, has to be escorted out.
Right. That's what was wild to me is that I know he's known in LA, so it's almost like the LAPD had it out for him. It's like one of those situations where they're like waiting for something to happen so that they could say, "Oh, heard he's gonna be here," or "Oh, you know what I mean?" Like it felt
Yeah,
very much like, really, this is
it was
this is
strategic. It was
strange.
planned, clearly.
Yeah, it was just it was really strange to me. I was like, but I
And
don't
even if it wasn't
understand.
planned, even if I'm wrong and it wasn't a strategic move, this still was a humongous overreaction in the moment. This was a seize the moment kind of thing for them, and there was no need for that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally understand what you're saying, and I do think that it could have been handled a lot differently.
Of
Um,
course.
it's the effort to make it so public
Yeah.
that is, you know, there are a lot of other people who are afforded a lot more courtesy
Grace. Yeah.
than he was, and like you said, at the Oscars. Will Smith, Will Smith did what he did and got to sit back in his seat.
That was a felony.
Obviously, it was a different event and all of that. I don't know. I don't even know if it was the same venue, but um, it's very clear that there are different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, and that's bullshit.
And it's a lot of times you see it's the people who are doing things in the community, the people who are making noise about injustices, the people who are speaking the loudest, for those who can't speak for themselves, that find themselves persecuted.
Yeah.
So yes, I totally understand. And it just, yeah, it did put a stain on the night, but it didn't put a stain on him. Like, he basically was just like, I don't even want to talk about that. Like, I just want to talk about the fact that I won, and I want to move on. So
Yeah, but that's inevitable at this point because when you
right,
look up right now, Killer Mike Grammys, that's what's
that's
popping
what you
up.
see. That's
Killer
what you
Mike
see.
arrested after winning 3 Grammys. Killer Mike breaks silence the next day. Killer Mike arrested for these. It's a stain. He might not want to act like it, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to talk about that bullshit publicly either.
Of course
But
not. Yeah,
but this will forever be etched in the memory of his Grammy wins, and it should not be.
yeah. No,
It
you're
was
right.
distasteful. It was disgusting. It was this. It was another this word I can't even think about.
Okay, I believe you. I can't think of one right now. My brain is shot.
Probably despicable.
Despicable is, yep,
I'm
yep.
sorry that Killer Mike had to go through that,
Yeah, that was
and
whack.
and and I wish that we didn't have to see our people, our leaders, our peers being singled out
Hmm.
and dragged down.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I agree. And he talked about the fact that, just to kind of move away from that a little bit, but he talks about the fact that he's 48 and he's going to be 50 soon, in a couple of years. And um, so he talked about, it doesn't matter about your age, but somebody even pointed out that SZA is 34. And I think what we're seeing is, you know, there's a lot of emphasis, or has been a lot of emphasis, put on age in the music industry. And we're constantly these days seeing people defy that.
Yeah,
And it makes sense, right? Like, to us regular folks, it makes a lot of sense. But I think, the music industry has been molded in such a way where that wasn't always the case. So it's nice to see that, people are still thriving. People are able to start their careers later if that's what they so choose, their music careers later if that's what they so choose to do. I'm not talking about
well,
Killer Mike in that sense, but
I got you.
but I'm just saying, there's, so many people, so many examples of the fact that, you don't have to be 17 going on 18 to be best
Right.
new artist, or, to really be thriving in the music industry these days. So I love to see that. And I'm
Yeah, I
excited for
agree.
everybody who won.
Not everybody.
Well, listen, and I have said things in support of the lady, but it's just ridiculous now. Like,
Yeah.
e- e-
And she made sure to let us know her new album is coming out in April.
I mean, that's smart, and I'm not gonna knock that. But
That is.
that is that
She
is
said, I'm coming
smart,
back next year for my fifth Grammy. You know what I'm
right?
saying?
anybody who says that they're mad at her for that is like, all right, now you're being a hater because that's good business of what she did today. So I don't have a problem with her announcing her album. I just we don't have to get into the conversation about those two particular people, but it's like, in some ways the tides turn and then in other ways it doesn't. So,
Yeah.
there's that. But what are you going to do?
None. Keep it moving. That's all we can do.
Right.
Or, like I always say, boycott. Boycott. There's no reason we got to be there.
So you
We've had
don't.
this debate. We don't got to have it again, but that's my answer.
Oh, I was just going to ask you, if they add the podcast category, you don't want to be in it?
We're not going to be in it. That's just, I mean, come on now. They're not.
All right.
They're not putting small fries like us in there.
Who said we always going to be small fries?
Oh, you mean later? Okay. I mean, I'll be very confused if the Grammys did that. But if what I'm saying is, if you feel strongly against these things, like many people have, like Jay-Z tried to say he does, then boycott.
Gotcha.
Taking away their power is what gives you power many times.
Yeah,
Your support means a lot more than you think.
that's true.
So that's my answer.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think that was it. I think we covered everything. Yep.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we out of here. We will see you tomorrow. This is Weeknights.